Thank you for being here today. My name is Bob Gardner, and I'm a candidate for Senate District 12. I would be remiss today if I did not spend some of my otherwise precious time to stop and thank personally Senate President Bill Cadman for his long service. Please join me in honoring him one more time. You know, it's a sad thing that this campaign has devolved into personal attacks. And I want you to know that I have not sent you any emails, I have not sent you any postcards, I have not sent you any phone calls attacking my opponent. Rather, I have concentrated on my record of effective conservative leadership. And one of the reasons that I especially want to recognize Senate President Bill Cadman is because he personifies the motto and the slogan of our campaign of effective conservative leadership. Let me tell you what that really means. You know, in my first term in the state legislature, the Democrats came and they passed something called the Dirty Dozen tax increases, unconstitutional, each and every one of them. And I was so vocal about it. I am astounded that anyone would question my commitment to Tabor, my commitment to holding your taxes low and to cutting your taxes every time I can. The reason I'm astounded is because my questioning of the Democrats' Dirty Dozen tax increases led them to procedural machinations to have me physically removed from committee. Do not question my commitment to Tabor. I was willing to be physically removed from committee. And it was only when the Democrats said, oh, that might be on the front page of the Denver Post. Maybe we're not going to do that. That was only when it changed. That's conservative. That's commitment. What's effective? Well, I thought of Senator Cadman when I thought about effective conservative leadership. He will remember this. When the lower North Fork fire struck west of Denver, because the state chose a very careless, controlled burn, people's homes were destroyed. And when they tried to get compensation from the state hid behind sovereign immunity and said, we don't have to pay, we're the government. Senator Cadman and I, actually along with some Democrat co-sponsors as well, but many, many Republicans, passed a bill to see to it that government was accountable to those people. That's what effective is about. It's about joining with people in your party and across the aisle to get things done that matter to people, that matter to you. Things like additional lanes between Monument and Castle Rock. It's about having a $27 billion bill, a billion-dollar budget that is finally coming to fruition after the Democrats tried to say, no, we need more, we need Tabor relief. Senator Cadman is shepherding through a budget that will be compliant with Tabor and will meet our constitutional requirement of a balanced budget. Now, it's been said, well, Representative Gardner got an F. Well, let me tell you who else got an F from the same group. Our Senate President, because he's an effective conservative leader. And when you're an effective conservative leader, there are going to be self-appointed people who say, oh, no, you should always vote no about everything. But that doesn't govern. Now about Obamacare, because you've heard so much of it. You know, when House Republican leadership said, we want you to vote for Obamacare, Representative Gardner, we need you to do that. I said no. And I voted no. And I want you to know that some of the leadership did not speak to me for about a week after that. Literally did not speak to me because I said no. It is simply untrue that I ever voted for Obamacare. So what did I do? Well, when Chief Justice Roberts disappointed all of us, and he upheld Obamacare, and we're stuck with Obamacare, all of you were in danger of losing your health care. All of you. didn't get a cancellation notice because of my bill. Many of you were able to get health insurance in Colorado because of that bill. That is the simple fact. You can twist the record, you can distort the record, and it's been done. But the fact of the matter is that this race is about effective conservative leadership. I have a record of over 8 years in the State House being the person that fought for life, that fought for your Second Amendment rights, that was designated by House leadership to go to the podium and challenge each and every Democrat crazy, inane idea, and to do so for hours on end simply because we had nothing else but the calendar for us. And I was the one that was asked to do that. Frankly, you know, in a business where anything and everything can be said about you, and my hide after 25 years has gotten pretty thick, I am astounded. I am astounded that I could be called an establishment liberal when the Democrats fought to have me removed from committee because I fought for your Tabor rights. That's the kind of effective conservative leadership my campaign is about. It's not about knocking my opponent. It's not about telling you what his shortcomings may or may not be. It is about leadership. And I'm asking for your support to be an effective conservative leader in Denver once again for you. My name is Bob Gardner. I ask for your support. Now, many of you read in the paper this morning that I collected over 1,000 signatures to be on the ballot. Why did we do that? We did that because in this year of all years, many, many Republicans are disaffected. They believe that the establishment, we've all heard about the establishment today, they believe that the establishment has disenfranchised them, has not listened to them. My campaign, I and my campaign, have been to over 3,000 doors already, talked to 7,000 voters, and we heard from them that they want to change. They want effective conservative leadership. Not leadership that simply says no, not leadership that fails them when the chips are down, but leadership that can pass legislation. And for that reason, we collected sufficient signatures to be on the ballot. And because of the lengthy time here today, I respectfully, Mr. Chairman and members of the Assembly, with all respect for you, because I too am a delegate, decline the nomination. I thank you very much.